What is up, my beautiful people? Exile451 here again on this gorgeous day. Well, at least it's gorgeous where I am, but I hope you're enjoying your day as well. Going to go somewhere new today for a touching love story. One of the few stories I could find in r/MadeMeSmile, so I don't know if I'm going back there, but it's still a great one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Now sit back, relax, and let's hear a love story. Depression, a love story. True story. 6 years ago, I, a 35-year-old male at the time, hooked up with a beautiful woman, 30-year-old female at the time. She was fun, intelligent, and beautiful, and we became a couple. This is when I learned that she had previously suffered from recurrent depressions, but had been feeling quite well for the last couple of years after she got on the right meds. A year later, we decided to have a kid because we loved each other, and both really wanted it. And how sure are you really that it will work out well, even after 5 or 10 years together? So we went ahead, and the pregnancy was joyful and all was good. We planned a wedding 5 weeks before the due date. After a lovely wedding ceremony, we went back home with our closest family to have a calm lunch before the party in the evening. Just then, the water broke. We were in disbelief. No contractions or warnings, but quickly changed to more practical clothes and rushed to the hospital for a checkup. Or so we thought. But the midwife proclaimed, well, let's get this baby delivered, trying to hold back her emotional tears and unable to look my wife straight in the eyes as she laid there with orchids in her fancy hair. 5 weeks premature. It all went well, and out came a beautiful and healthy girl, albeit a bit skinny. She had a healthy appetite like her dad, though. I was completely swept away by this beautiful little girl when keeping her warm and helping her eat until my wife's breastfeeding got up and running. Meanwhile, the wedding party commenced. We had already paid it, and it was way too late to cancel. The venue was close to the hospital, and later that night, we agreed that I should just slip over there and tell everyone that we were all well and everything was good. It was surreal. We were admitted for 6 days due to the premature birth. The doctors needed to ensure that everything was okay and stayed okay. And it was, and it did. I had hourly emotional outbursts of pure happiness and love, and I cried lots. But my wife didn't at all. After a few days, we both wondered if this was normal. She just felt numb, and then it quickly went downhill from there. Over the next weeks, she developed a full-blown severe depression and was eventually admitted to the psych ward. This was not the classic birth depression. Even in her most depressed moments, she always wanted to hold our daughter and found some comfort in that. Besides this, it was grim. 1 month was spent in intensive psych care, where at one point she was suicidal and under 24-hour surveillance. Meanwhile, I took care of our daughter with great help from friends and family. I was amazed to see who actually rallied to assist us. People I never thought of as close all of a sudden stepped up and were a huge support. Likewise, some close friends never really got involved and aren't close friends today. I'll spare you the details of how exhausting, physically and mentally, and even after the 3-month admission, my wife was nowhere near well. It took almost a year before she was at 90% of her old self again, and even then, it felt fragile. The next couple of years were spent recovering, parenting, and working, but still lacked a great deal in terms of intimacy and the original full-on romance we had when we met. Fast forward to today. Still married, the last couple of years, our lives have slowly returned to normal. It has been a lot of work, still is, but now we feel us again. We have a wonderful, almost 6-year-old girl, smart and beautiful and gentle. We both have fulfilling jobs that we like. Romance is creeping back into our life. At this moment though, I'm just relaxing after dinner. The kid is asleep and my wife just went to bed. I stayed up because I had work to do, but for some reason, tonight, I just felt like posting my story, Reddit, and not give a crap. I'm smiling while I type. We made it through whole. A few dents, yes, but the future looks bright and I truly believe we can get through anything. Thanks for reading. And I hope this made you smile too. Well, OP, first off, congrats about your daughter. Good to hear that she's doing well for being 5 weeks premature. But secondly, that is an incredible story about everything you and your wife have gone through just getting to where you are today. I can't even begin to imagine what it was like to to give birth on your wedding day. That's a very unique story, but at least you can celebrate both your anniversary and your daughter's birthday on the same day. Nice and convenient. Thank you so much for sticking by your wife, because depression is such a terrible thing to try and deal with, to try and overcome. It takes a strong person to love someone with depression, and you did. So thank you so much for being that support for her and for sharing this story that just shows that there is someone willing to help anyone through their time of need. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope that story made you smile and gave you some hope that there are still good people out there. That guy is truly a class act for sticking by his wife through all of it. Now, go out, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.